I did want to jump into some of the film work that you did. You mentioned one of them, American Gangster, and I was
Yeah.
excited because American Gangster came out after Sopranos. I think it was 2007, 2008 when it came out, and I was
Yeah.
excited to see anybody that was in Sopranos, in a movie. So right away I noticed, your face and kind of saw you in there. So I was excited to kind of see you in there. But what was it like working with Denzel, Josh Brolin? Kind of what was that experience like?
Josh Brolin, a very nice man to me. We played partners, so it was
Yeah,
great that he was open and he was very friendly. He's a real gentleman, and he's a caring actor. And I didn't have many lines up top, and he told Ridley Bobby should have, because they call me Bobby on the set, he should have a few lines. That line that I had, it checks. It looks like it checks. That was because Josh said to Ridley, Bobby should have that line, and he gave me his line. So, I mean, I remember getting called onto set. It wasn't even a day that I was supposed to be on set, but it really had chosen me. I had just lost my dad, God rest his soul, so maybe he had something to do in heaven to get that role. So it was really my first major film role that I had, film. Ridley Scott, Russell Crowe, Gladiator, I was like, well, holy shit. I did that, and what was I going to say? The first day was great with Josh, and I met Ridley hello, how you doing? Hello, how are you? Hello. And I met him, and he was very friendly. It was a good vibe. I got the good vibe from the set. Then the second day of work, I had a scene with Josh. We go in to see Denzel. And no, we go to see Richie Roberts, Russell Crowe. We had that scene. He goes into the office and he kind of like shakes him down a little bit, tells him. So we did one take and we did another take. They did another take, and I was told to wait outside the office, and Josh goes in. So I asked. This is like my second day. I asked Ridley. I said, Ridley, I think my character would go in with Josh, and I'm his partner. And Ridley said, I don't think so. And I said, you're right. You're right. I wasn't going to lose the job because I'm having an argument with Ridley Scott. Man, this is Gladiator. This guy. So, and it was fine. I mean, but you do have to have the courage to ask in this business. And if you're going to be any good, you got to take risks. If you're going to be any good, you got to not care about, this is what I learned from James, not care so much about being perfect all the time, but to think outside the box a little bit and take some risks. So I took that risk, and it didn't pay off, but it was a risk. And then I remember like leaving the set that day and getting tapped on the shoulder, and I turned around and it was Russell Crowe introducing himself to me. So all that stuff about Russell Crowe, that he's all that stuff that they talked about him in the papers, that was so untrue. He's a gentleman. He introduced himself to me, and I said hi, and we talked a little bit, and he went to the trailer. So it was a great experience. That was a really great experience. One thing I regret too, but is not really getting any chance to talk to Denzel, because we had the same acting teacher, and I could have spoke about what my teacher used to say about him and stuff like that. That he wants to do Shakespeare and everything, all that stuff. He's not that great at it, but I'm only kidding. He's great at Shakespeare. He's great at anything he does. Denzel Washington,
When you talked to Russell Crowe, did you ask him if he was a Sopranos fan?
No.
Was he a Sopranos fan at all? Do you know?
I don't know.
That would.
I just said hi. How you doing? Weather's fine. That's stuff like that. I didn't want to put him on the spot, and it's hard. It's a fine line. I love you in Gladiator. It's just a fine line. I think we all respect each other as actors, our work and everything.
He was so good.
So whatever level that you are, I mean, it's just wonderful to be there and to experience what it's really like. It's nice. What you give into the best you can with what you got. It's what you do with what you got that counts. So if you get that part that you like and it works out, it's cool.
Yeah. He was so good in American Gangster. I mean, he was awesome. That role.
It was terrific. Yeah, he was really Richie Roberts was really good.